Hello guys, how are you? So in today's session we are going to talk about NumPy library. So as you all know, NumPy is a numerical Python library where we use this library for do the mathematical operations and do the mathematical stuff easily in Python. That's why we import NumPy library. So today I'm gonna show you what is NumPy and in deep and tell you about some functions in NumPy and also do some practical coding in NumPy. So in NumPy there are abundant of functions, but here we're gonna talk about some important functions where we need it more times. But uh, when we do some coding and if we need some numpy another function, then I'm gonna tell you about those functions also. So let's get started. NumPy is a Python library used for working with arrays. As you know that Python arrays isn't very fast, but NumPy arrays are very fast than the the Python im- inbuilt arrays. It is because the NumPy is a Python library and is written partially in Python, but most of the parts that require fast computation are written in C or C++. So as by reading this, we can say that NumPy functions are mostly written in C and C++. That's why NumPy arrays are much faster than the Python inbuilt array. So that's why we're gonna use this NumPy array because these NumPy array are faster, and if we use NumPy array, it will reduce our total code time, like the total time for execution of code. To reduce that, we use this NumPy library. It also has functions for working in domain of linear algebra, Fourier transform, and matrices. So if we want to do some mathematical operations in our Python code, then we're gonna use this NumPy library because it has the facility to perform the linear algebra, Fourier transform, and matrices, and also many other things. That's why we're gonna use this NumPy library. And as you know, in the domain of data science, data analytics, machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence, and in such domains, these are the these are built on the basics of mathematics. The whole block of mathematics, they are built on those on the part of this that mathematics. It the totally AI is based on mathematics, so we need mathematics and to perform the mathematical operations in our Python. So that's why this NumPy library is most important. And NumPy was created in 2005 by Travis Oliphant. It is an open source project and you can use it freely. So anyone can download this NumPy library in their system and use it as they want. NumPy stands for numerical Python. That's why it's called as num for numerical, pi for Python. NumPy is a Python library and is written partially in Python, but most of the parts that require fast computation are written in C or C++. So as I told earlier, NumPy is faster than Python because some part of this NumPy is written in C or C++. Next, if you don't have NumPy library in your system, then don't worry about that. Just type pip install NumPy in your CMD if you are using the Python or Python environment. And if you are using Anaconda or Anaconda environment, then just open your Anaconda prompt or activate your the environment. Then just type conda install -c Anaconda NumPy. So by this command, NumPy will install in your environment or your Python environment or your Anaconda environment. So if you don't have, just install this NumPy library and just specify the data type of that which I want, and I get my NumPy array in that data type format. Then after this, we go to different types of arrays in NumPy, like how to initialize different types of array. Here I can assign arrays in zeros. Here I can assign arrays in ones and also in random numbers or the specific number that I want. So let's see how can we do that. So if I want the array of zeros, or you can say matrix, the matrix and array isn't very different. The array we can say in general, like array of 1D, array of 2D, and array of 3D. And when we saying the array of 2D, then we can say that array of 2D, or we can say them as matrices. So here, as you can see, I have array of two dimensions. 2 comma 3 is the dimension of array, or I can say that this is a matrix of 2 comma 3, two rows and three columns. So if I want a matrix of two rows and three columns and all the elements as zeros, then I can just type np dot zeros in parentheses. I write the tuple, and in tuple I have the shape. So in zeros I have the tuple. This is my tuple, and here its value is 2 and 3. So if I want some specific type of these elements in matrix, then I can just type the data type of that, and the default data type of the matrix elements are u int 8. So this is the default. If you don't write, then if you don't write this d type equals to u int 8, then they will take this elements of this matrix or array as u int 8. Then if I want the matrix in one format, like I don't want my matrix in zeros, I want my matrix in ones, then I can just type b is equal to np dot ones in parentheses, and I write the tuple value is as the shape, three rows and two columns, as you can see, 3 comma 2. So just by typing this I get my matrix. And here I forgot to add the comma, so don't worry about that, at the end I will change that, but I forgot about this comma. Let me edit this right now. Yes. Yes, okay. So here we have the comma, and I just mistake that. Sorry for that. Then if I want the numpy matrix, if I want a matrix, 2D matrix of shape 3 comma 2, and the data type is float 32 and all the elements as ones, then I can just type b is equal to np dot ones, uh, parenthesis in parenthesis 3 comma 2 d type float 32 parenthesis close. Then if I want just the random values in my matrix, then I can just type a is equal to np dot random dot rand, and here in parentheses I just type the shape. Here we don't pass the tuple, we just type the shape 7 comma 3 rows and columns. Here I have 7 rows 3 columns and all the elements are in random format. Then if I want the if I want a matrix having if I want a matrix and having all the elements as 9, then I can just type b is equal to np dot full, the shape of matrix 2 comma 3 two rows and 3 columns. Then I can just type the value, and here I type 9, then all the elements in the matrix has the value 9. Then if I want the value in some range, like in a series, like from 0 to 9, then I can just type c is equal to np dot arrange 10. Hey, from by just writing this command in C, I have an array, and the array has the value like 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 till 9. In Python the last value isn't considered when we write some range. So next comes, if I want my this series starting from 2, then I can just type an a is equal to np dot arrange 2 comma till where I want 9. So I just type 2 to 10, and Python take it as 2 to 9, and last value isn't considered, and I want that it takes two steps rather than one step. So here it takes value 2, then takes value 4, then takes value 6, then 8, and then comes after two steps is 10, but 10 isn't included in our range value because 10 is the last value and last value isn't considered in Python. That's why 10 value is discarded, and the values which comes in the a array is 2 4 6 8. Then if I want the and identity matrix, then I can just type c is equal to np dot I in parentheses. I just type the size of matrix, the shape of matrix. As you all know, identity matrix having rows and columns are in equal number, so I can just type a number and it will take it as rows and column number automatically. So here I just type 3, then it will gives me the matrix of size 3 comma 3, oh shape 3, sorry, 3 shape 3 comma 3, and when row and column are equals, then the value is 1. So next comes the dimension, shape, reshape, size and flatten. So if I have this array like a is equal to np dot array 5 10 15 20 25 20, so this array has the shape 2 comma 3. Here I have one row 5, 10, 15. Then I have second row 20, 25, 20. Sorry. And I have three columns 5 and 20, 10 and 25, 15 and 20. So this array has shape 2 comma 3. And if I want to see the dimensions of this array, this matrix, then I can just type b is equal to a dot ndim, and in b I have value 2. That means 2 is the dimension of this matrix A. Then if I want the shape of this array, then I can just type c is equal to a dot shape, and in C I have value 2 comma 3, 2 rows, 3 columns. Then if I want the number of elements in my matrix A, then I can just type d is equal to a dot size. In D I have value 6 because here are 6 elements in the array, or you can say matrix of A. Then if I want to reshape my matrix from 2 comma 6 to 1 comma 6, then I can just type e is equal to np dot reshape the matrix from which the matrix which I want to reshape and the size of that new shape. By this, e has the shape 1 comma 6 having the same size as the A and same elements, but its shape is changed. Now, if I want my all elements in a matrix or an array in a single series, like in a single row, then I can just type f is equal to a dot flatten. When I type this f is equal to a means any matrix name, matrix variable name dot flatten and parenthesis. By this, all the elements were come in single line. These all elements were come in single line, and f is become an array having element 6. F is become an array having element 6. That means 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 20. Next comes the transpose of a matrix. Like I have a matrix A is equal to np dot 1 3 comma 2, and a is a matrix of shape 3 rows 2 columns 3 comma 2. Then if I want to transpose this matrix to 2 rows and 3 columns, that means 2 comma 3, then I can just type b is equal to np dot transpose A, and b has a matrix of 2 comma 3 shape, and all the elements are 1 1 1. Next comes the expand and squeeze dimensions. Then I can, here I just initialize a variable a is equal to np dot array 1 2 3 4 5. So a is an array having elements 1 2 3, and if I want to expand the dimensions of this a, then I can expand its dimensions in many ways. Like if I want to expand its dimension in x is 0, then I can just type b is equal to np dot expand underscore dims, the write the name of the array variable a, which is in our case is a, and then the name the axis in which you want to increase the dimensions. I want to increase my dimension in x is equals to 0, then I have b having same number of elements but increase in dimensions. And if I want to increase the dimension in x is equal to 1, then I can just type c is equal to np dot expand dims, and b, here I take the variable b, and x is equals to 1. So a has dimension 1, b has dimension 2, and c has dimension 3. Then if I have the variable a is equal to np dot array, and in array I have elements 1 2 3, but here as you can see I have dimension 3. This list means I it is in 1D. If I make another square brackets, then it means it is in 2D, and if I make here 3 times square brackets, that means it is in 3 dimensions. And if I want to reduce those dimensions, then I can just type b is equal to np dot squeeze name of variables x is equal to 0. Then b has the same number of elements, but the dimension is lesser than a, which is equals to 2. So next comes the slicing. In slicing, let's say I have an array a is equal to np dot array 1 2 3 4 5. Then if I want the first 3 elements, then I can just type b is equal to a square brackets colon 3. It takes the starting 3 elements of this array, that means 0 1 2 indexing, and elements are 1 2 3. And if I want to discard the last 2 elements from this array, so I can just write c is equal to a square brackets colon minus 2. So it will discard the last 2 elements and take the rest of the elements. So in negative indexing means, like in programming languages, indexing starts from left, like 0 1 2 3 4. But in Python, indexing is start from left as well as on right. So when we write indexing from right, we can just write -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So here I just type -2, that means -1 and -2. So so as you all know, it will discard the last value, so it will take rest of the values. So the values which comes under the C is 1, 2, 3. Then let's say I have a matrix, 2D matrix, A is equal to np dot ones 2 comma 3. Then I can just, and if I want some rows and some columns in this matrix, then I can just type b is equal to a square bracket, the starting rows and the ending row, the starting column and the ending column. Here we write the here we write indexing about rows, and here we write indexing about columns. So here it will take the first row, first index row, then comes the second index row. As you all know, the last index isn't considered in Python, so it will discard the two and only take one row, that is at index 1. And in column I write 1 2 3, that means 1 2, and the last three values discard, so it will take the columns 1 and 2. So at last in B I have matrix, one row from here and two columns from here. So that's all for these numpy functions and all. So these all functions and the operations of numpy we will perform in our practical now. So let's start with the practical. Here I open the Spider IDE and I just do this practical of numpy in Spider IDE. As you see that I will define the path in Python course. In Python course folder, I just make a folder numpy having name, and in this and in this numpy folder, I have a Python file numpy basics.py, and here I'm just doing this code. So let's start from doing this code. First, I import the library import numpy. So when I execute this, I get my numpy library. But as I tell you, I want numpy in my alias name, then I can just type import numpy as np. So when I just type this, then I can use all the functions of numpy as by np. That means numpy has a short name in this code. This numpy library has a alias name in my this code as np, and I can use all the functions by using the np. But as I write import numpy as np, I don't get all the function. I can't use the functions of numpy by just typing this numpy. Like, I just want to give you an example. Let me clear this first. Okay, let me import the numpy library, and let's say a is equal to np dot array 1 2 3. So here I make an array of a. Here, as you can see, a is equal to array of int 32, size 3 elements 1 2 3. But if I want to just write rather than writing np, if I write a numpy, rather than writing np, I just write numpy. Here it shows me error, as you can see, cross mark. And if I execute this, as you can see, name numpy is not defined because I import numpy as np. Therefore I can't write numpy. I have to write np in my code. So this is running, and if I want my array in a specific data type, then I can just type b is equal to np dot array square brackets 1 2 3, then just type d type equals to np dot float 32. Here, as you can see, I have the array of float 32 having size 3 elements, and all the values are 1 2 3, same as the a, but their data types, the difference in both of these array are the difference in data type. It has data type int32 and it has data type float 32. So next comes the, if I want an array from a range, specific range, then I can just type c is equal to np dot range Range. I just type 10. So it is here, as you can see, C has the values one from 0 to 9. The size is 10, and if I want the values from starting from 2, I can just type A is equal to np dot arrange 2 till 10 having step 2. So it will take the values even. It will take the even values 2, then just take the 2 steps 4, then take 2 steps 6, then take 2 steps 8. Then after this, I can just let me see the functions, which functions are left on to tell you if I want to make that list as numpy array. So here, as you can see, I make a list 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here see E is a list type, and if I want to convert this list as a numpy array, then I can just type f is equal to np dot array and just type the list name E and execute this. As you can see from this, we convert this list into array just by typing a np dot array name of the list, and in f we have the same elements as in list, but this is an array. So if I want an array 1D or 2D or any dimensions of the array in having values zeros, then I can just type g is equal to np dot zeros. We pass the tuple and having the shape 2 comma 3. As you can see, G has the array of float and it has size 2 comma 3, and here as you can see we have this matrix 2D matrix 0 0 0 and all the elements are 0. If I want the matrix in ones, then I can just type h is equal to np dot ones, write the size of the matrix, execute this, and you can see I have matrix 3 comma 2 of size 3 comma 2 and all the elements are 1 1 1. And if I want an identity matrix, then I can just type n I is equal to np dot I, write the size. I can write the size 5, and as you can see I have matrix this 5 comma 5, and when row index is equal to column index, I have value 1. Then comes the arrange. I tell you the arrange, and what else? Yeah, random. If I want some random values in my matrix or array, then I can just type j is equal to np dot random dot rand and just type the size of matrix 2 comma 7 and execute this. Here as you can see, j has the random values and it has the matrix of size 2 comma 7. Indexing is start from 0 to 6, so it has 7 columns and 2 rows. If I want a matrix of having size something like a is equal to np dot full, I just write shape 5 comma 5, but I want all my elements having 9 value, then I can just type the value 9, and here as you can see k has value 999. K matrix having the all elements as 9 and having the shape 5 comma 5. We have dimensions, shape, reshape, size, flatten. Let me tell you about these functions also. Now let's see the dimension of this a. So I just type a dimension a underscore dim is equal to dot and dim. When I just execute this, and yes, here as you can see a has the dimension 1 and here a underscore dim has value 1. So if I write b underscore dim equals to b dot and dim, b also have the dimensions 3, but let me take some higher dimensions as g. So g has dimension 2, as you can see 2 comma 3, g has dimension 2. So let's check the dimension of this g. G underscore dim is equal to g dot and dim. So here, as you can see, G has dimensions 2 and G underscore dim has value 2. Now comes the shape A underscore shape is equal to A dot shape. Let me execute this. Where it is, yes. A shape has tuple 3. We have only 3 values, but when I write G underscore shape is equal to G dot shape. So let me tell you the answer first. As you can see, G has the shape 2 comma 3. So G underscore shape has the value 2 comma 3. Let me execute this, and as you can see, G has value of a tuple, and tuple contains the value 2 comma 3. Then after this, shape dimension and shape dimension size, reshape and flatten. So size, reshape, flatten. So first I will tell you about the size. Let me get the size of this G underscore size is equal to G dot size. And first of all, we check the size of G. Here, as you can see, G has the elements 2 into 3, 6. We have 6 elements in G variable. So G size also contains the value 6. Let me execute this, and as you can see, G underscore size has the value 6. Then comes the reshape. If I want to reshape my, let's consider another one, H, and H underscore reshape is equal to np dot reshape. I want to reshape H, and my new shape will be 2 comma 3. So as you can see, H has originally 3 comma 2 shape, and when I reshape it to 2 comma 3, then it will get reshaped into 2 comma 3. Now what else? Flatten. So if I want to flatten that, I want all the elements of H. I want all the elements of H in a single row. So I just type H underscore flatten is equal to H dot flatten. Let me execute this, and as you can see, all the elements of H were flattened into a single row. And here, as you can see, one single. So these functions, I tell you operations, and let me save this and check out what functions are left on. So next comes transpose, expand, squeeze and slicing. Let me write these so that I don't forget. Transpose, dimension and slicing. Okay, so first I will tell you the transpose of matrix. Like I want to transpose the H, transpose H underscore transpose is equal to H dot transpose parenthesis, then just execute this, and as you can see, H has size 3 comma 2, and our H underscore size has the transpose value of this H having 2 comma 3. Now comes the dimensions, and if I want to expand the dimensions of, let's say I'll take the another variable C. Yes, if I want to expand the dimensions of C, then I can just type C underscore x, ex is equal to x, and p dot expand dimensions. I want to expand the dimensions of C in the axis equals to 0. Let me execute this, and C expand is equal to, as you can see, it has increased the dimensions of C in the axis is equal to 0. Let's see the dimension of this new C underscore expand dot, and then execute this. As you can see, dimensions of C will get expand Let expand this again in the axis is equals to 1. So c underscore expand underscore 2 is equal to np dot expand dims c underscore expand axis equals to 1. So c expand 2 has expand the c underscore expand variable in the axis is equal to 1, and now it has dimensions equals to c equals to 3. Let's see the dimensions of this c underscore expand 2 dot ending. As you can see, now c has the dimensions 3. So last comes the slicing part. So let me take a new random variable sl equals to np dot random dot rand 5, execute this sl 5, 5. So I want the first 3 rows and first 3 columns of this sl. Then I can just type sl underscore sl1 sl. I want the first 3 rows of the sl matrix. Then I can just type 3, and last 3 rows of this. Then I can just type yes, from 2 to end. So now I have the sl underscore sl1 contains matrix 3 comma 3. Execute this. As you can see, matrix 3 comma 3, which is the slicing of this sl. So I take the first yes, first 3 rows. So 0 comma 6 5. Just wait a minute. Yes, this matrix is sliced and it is saved into this variable. So I take the first 3 rows and first 3 rows and the first 3 columns, 1 2 3. So this matrix will get sliced from this whole matrix and save into this matrix. So you can try another options, another variants like sl2 is equal to sl type something like -3 2 -2 and see the slicing. So try something new, like I have discard the last 3 rows of this matrix and last 2 columns of this matrix. So I get this matrix in my new matrix. By discarding the last 3 rows and the last 2 columns of this whole matrix, I get my this small matrix. So that's all about slicing, and here I tell you the some of the important operations and functions in NumPy. But there are abundant of operations in NumPy, and I want you all to practice more and more about on this NumPy so that you can familiar with this, and I will provide you this code also. So that's all for today's session. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.